Well, hey, everybody. Good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. here on your Monday, and we're kicking off another week. Jim's got one more day off of his vacation. We're going to let him have it and enjoy it. And Matt, enjoy a pretty nice day for it as well as we head into another kind of boring weather week.
It is going to be a boring weather week, Grace. Yeah, I hate to say it, but that really is the forecast. A lot of steady, sunny skies. You know, we're not expecting any rain chances. It's still going to be a very quiet pattern for us across Kentuckiana for this week. Mid-60s right now across Louisville International Airport, 59 Bowman Field. Clear skies continuing throughout our morning time. We're still waiting on sunrise this morning. Temperatures in the lower 60s near Seymour, 61 Hodgenville, 55 Brandenburg, 59 for you guys near Paoli. Satellite and radar continuing to stay clear, quiet, and dry this morning, and this is going to be the main satellite image you can expect for all of the days to come for this week. So a lot of clear skies continuing for us across Kentuckiana. You'll notice that at 6:01 a.m., a lot of clear conditions arriving with us. Hopping on the school bus soon, those temperatures staying in the lower 60s, the clear skies continuing all throughout the afternoon. Headed home this afternoon, temperatures close to 90 degrees with a lot of sunshine still continuing. Here's a look into the remainder of your morning. You can expect those temperatures to gradually increase into the 80s by 12 p.m. We'll be close to 90 as we head later on into our nighttime hours. Into our afternoon and evening hours. Throughout the night, we do stay clear, quiet, and dry. That pattern continues into our Tuesday morning. We'll have more weather details coming up soon. Here's Matthew with traffic.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Overall, for the start of this Monday morning, all clear across the board as you look at our traffic tracker. Really not seeing any incidents or stalled vehicles out there for you as we kick off another week once again. Haven't seen that sunrise just yet, but those roadways nice and smooth for the start of this morning. As we give you a look at some of those drive times, southbound to I-65 to the Kennedy Bridge will take you about 5 minutes. Those average speeds 70 miles per hour along I-265 to I-64 as well. And if you are traveling southbound to I-71 to downtown, it'll take about 8 minutes for the start of this Monday morning. We'll send it back over to you, Grace.
All right, Matthew, thank you. LMPD says a recent drug bust led police to enough fentanyl to deliver a lethal dose of more than a third of Jefferson County. In a Facebook post, LMPD said it executed a search warrant in the 5,000 block of U Lane Friday night. Officers found 2 guns as well as cocaine, marijuana, and fentanyl. LMPD said the pound of pure fentanyl found could kill 225,000 people, or about 36% of Jefferson County residents. Police said the investigation is ongoing with help from federal agencies. And LMPD is also investigating a shooting that killed a man in the Russell neighborhood Sunday night. It happened just after 7 near the intersection of West Market Street and Dr. W.J. Hodge. Officers found an adult man with a gunshot wound who died at the scene. Right now, police don't have any suspects. You're urged to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD if you have any information. And a Louisville organization is raising awareness about a major barrier facing some transgender Kentuckians. The Trump administration has pushed the federal government to only recognize gender assigned at birth, but the Fairness Campaign says having a passport matching one's gender identity is crucial. WHAS11's Jose Alonso has more on how the group is making the process simpler.
For a second time, the Fairness Campaign is offering to pay the fees it takes to obtain a passport for transgender Kentuckians. This comes as the Trump administration pushes the federal government to only recognize the sex identified on a person at birth.
Before President Trump took office, Americans could choose a passport reflecting their gender identity or use a third X option. His inauguration speech signaled the end to this policy through executive action.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only 2 genders, male and female.
But in April, a federal judge expanded a preliminary injunction, pausing the president's executive order. The Fairness Campaign, an organization fighting for LGBTQ+ Kentuckians' rights, is taking advantage of this pause.
And it's of the utmost importance with the Supreme Court getting ready to consider whether or not to allow that injunction to stay in place. You know, we're not certain what's going to happen. And so rather than live in that uncertainty, we want transgender Kentuckians to obtain that passport right now to get that accurate gender marker.
It doesn't cost much for trans Kentuckians to update a current passport, but Executive Director Chris Hartman says ordering and expediting a new one costs close to $300. In Louisville, WHAS11, WHAS11 on your side.
Hartman also says even if the Supreme Court upholds the president's executive order, any passport for trans Americans will still be valid until they expire. We're learning more details now about a crash that killed a motorcyclist. It happened just after 7 Sunday morning at I-264 West at Algonquin Parkway. LMPD says a motorcycle and another vehicle were traveling west when the motorcyclist sideswiped the other car. The man riding the motorcycle was thrown from the bike, hitting a guardrail on the northbound lanes. He died at the scene, and LMPD is investigating. Right now, a Louisville shop is dealing with some major damage to its window after a car crash sent its own smoker right into the front of the building. It all happened at Barbecue Food Mart in the Portland neighborhood Saturday afternoon. LMPD says there was a multi-vehicle crash involving a SUV, a sedan, and that smoker that you see on your screen. We don't know if anybody was hurt. WHAS did speak with the store owners, though, and they focused on the people involved in the crash more than their store.
I told her family, go with your mom or whoever, your granny or whatever. Don't worry about this. This can be taken care of. This can be fixed.
The owner also expressed their well wishes to those involved in the crash. Funeral arrangements for a former Metro Council member have officially been set for October. Glenn Stuckel, who was on the inaugural Metro Council after merger, died on Saturday. The Republican council member served District 17 in eastern Jefferson County until 2019, advocating for parks, libraries, and improving community infrastructure. A celebration of life will be held October 18th at Hurstbourne Christian Church. The visitation will be from 10 to noon with a memorial service after. Stuckel was 90 years old. All right, so Matthew Willoughby is joining us now with a look at a bit of traffic news to round out the start of the show. Matthew.
Yeah, thanks, Grace. A heads up for Southern Indiana drivers. If you take I-65 to Sellersburg, Indiana Department of Transportation is closing the northbound on-ramp at exit 9 from US 31. It's expected to be closed for as long as a week while NDOT replaces drains. Meantime, take the detour, which follows I-65 south to exit 7. Then you'll use State Route 60 to get to I-65 north.
All right.